And welcome back, Bosco Tech. Today we have a game. This is Villa Park High School versus Bosco Tech. And currently we're seeing some of the team comps right now. For the Spartans, we're seeing Daredevil. We have Daredevil. We have Jeff the Landshark. Luna Snow. We have Deadpool as tank. And we have, I will say, Spartans do have a triple support comp. Now, I haven't played this game in a little bit, but I do know that triple support has been pretty prevalent throughout the last couple of years. And I'm not actually caught up with the seasons as of late, but we'll see today if triple supports are the way to go here. We see that the Spartans started off with a ban from Spider-Man, Bosco Tech countering with a ban for Daredevil. We'll see how that plays out. The first protect versus Spartans, choosing to save Cloak and Daggers. Now it's Bosco Tech's turn to see who they're going to be saving. Saving the Magic. Now, one of our prevalent players for Magic here is Adam. I don't know what his peak rank on it or for his specific role, but I do know that he does play Magic super well. As we've seen through previous weeks, he has absolutely dominated when it comes to kills. Bosco Tech choosing to ban Groot, and now, wow, quickly, the Villa Park has chosen the ban. Mantis, and now they have their own pick to protect. So we will see what they're gonna choose. See Crimson, he still hasn't chosen his character, so right now we just don't know what he's gonna pick. Wow. Villa Park choosing to protect Jeff the Landshark. And that, you know what, that does make sense, seeing as their Jeff the Landshark is a Lord icon, which, you know, means they definitely have played the character enough to the point where they must understand, like, the core basics of the character. Bosco Tech choosing to protect. Ooh. Now, this is an amazing pick to protect them. Doctor Strange here, really, really good for that kind of, like, shield play. And they choose to ban Gambit, which, you know, I haven't played any rank, but when I used to play a couple seasons when Gambit came out, that was a really, really fun time having to deal with someone like that. Alrighty, so we see here Bosco's running that 2-2-2 comp. Still seeing for the Villa Park to see which comp they're gonna run. You know, originally I said they were gonna be playing a triple support comp, but now it looks like they're trying to change it up here. Yep, they're also running that 2-2-2 comp. And to start off here, Villa Park, they're gonna be on the defense. So this is your kind of escort map. Fun pre-game.
30 seconds before you attack. Get ready.
Most people being AFK and spawn, not doing too much.
People are scared of you. You're nothing compared to
See Sean playing that Doctor Strange, and I really like how Doctor Strange has that high burst potential. That's one of the characters I used to play myself back during Season 1 and Season 2 of Marvel Rivals. I played him a lot because I played kind of like that Ryan character, and that like quick high burst, you know, it's very similar. Alright, Bosco Tech here, they have basically free space here.
The Sanctum Sanctorum is my refuge.
Doing some early damage. Being able to free
an unseen assist.
Not much is going to be starting right here. See, the cart's still getting pushed little by little. You know, that cart progression is going to matter as time goes on. Bosco Tech has about 4 minutes. Steady push. And specifically in Marvel Rivals, I see an early hit from Spartan onto Spawn. So I see is Anthony. Now Sean here is still holding that front. Hopefully he can hold it up. My main concern is that this thing is going to be and oh my god. Sean here don't have HP, but he does already have his ult. We see the enemy team starting to peel back. The Spartans, you know, down the chain. They really here, but Sean, oh, but he gets frozen. But you really got to question there. Was that the best decision for Bosco Tech to go on that offensive and that ult? And we had people like Luna Snow to deny the value from it. Tech, we're getting the backline. Maybe we could get a pick on one of the supports. Okay, one pick on the supports. That could be a good start to Bosco Tech win. See the front line starting to die out. Oh my gosh. Almost all of the team dead now. Now, one of the main things is Bosco Tech is down one ult. I don't know how important ults are in this type of map, but I know like in Overwatch, conserving your ults are very important. Bosco Tech just being able to push up, create that space is definitely something.
Ionic magic!
Overextended, going out very quickly, but you know, maybe it was a good trade out because they did end up killing Nike flip-flops, which, you know, would be able to enable those dives for our tanks, like the Venom. And we see this amazing gameplay from VHEL. Being able to get that long-range tip damage. Anthony here on the flank, not really able to be fighting too much. The tanks are getting up to support their backline. Gotta hope that Bosco Tech, Bosco Tech got out of that for now. Okay. So we see just slowly being touched up.
I am strengthened for battle.
Sean here,
Ionic magic!
he could bait out one of these stun abilities. Maybe
Us against the world!
value, but no. It's actually the Hell who's getting all the value here. Sean, you know,
Ionic magic!
using the power of his 675 HP. Venom coming out, getting a pick. Amazing for Bosco Tech, just being able to secure those early eliminations, just being able to continue pressuring Cart. Now, I will have to say, Villa Park not being able to keep those tanks together. You know, okay, so that, I feel like Villa Park right there really should have just waited for their supports, or, you know, the supports really shouldn't have overextended there, but, you know, sometimes you gotta make the play game.
I am strengthened for battle.
I am ready to put on a show.
Here, Snow coming out. Maybe just,
By the eye of Agamotto!
see Bosco Tech does have ult here. Maybe we can do something to push up this fight, even though, you know, maybe an ult here isn't the greatest thing.
Don't drown in the darkness.
The team is basically already almost dead. Not
That's
exactly
three.
sure how all the backline died, but you know what? Bosco Tech
They
making
hit
it
a
4
checkpoint.
whole minutes
Now
to secure
might be a
the
good time to
last
stop
point.
them.
Now we're gonna see some of this kind of like dive type of gameplay where Nike flip-flops, he's trying to look for those early kills on any more specifically squishies like the supports. Now, primarily their backline consists of a Jeff the Land Shark and Cloak and Dagger, so I don't know how hard it is to kill some of them, but I do know Cloak and Dagger does have a free get out of free jail card. So we'll see if Nike flip-flops here is going for not much points, just getting massive damage here. Getting fifth ult out. Will he use it? We'll see. You know, here, one of them is already down. One takes down. It's just support left. Bosco Tech is being able to easily clean up this fight. And oh my, Bosco Tech basically holding them in the spawn.
Let's do this.
However, I will say, even though
Don't give them
Villa Park is down on ultimates, I feel like their ultimates could possibly cause a major upset here. The Shark and the Storm ult getting some picks. Unfortunately here, Bosco Tech's kind of getting stalled out. You know, Bosco Tech really only 2 players up. They're gonna have to disengage for now. However, I will say Bosco Tech with 4 ultimates right here. I really think this is the fight to win. You know, giving whole 2 minutes left, Bosco Tech could play this very slowly, or they could play it to any pace they want. It's up to Bosco to set that pace and end the game here, or
I promise.
no, what happens? Bosco Tech here's the back line. Early picks, all from, oh my goodness, Adam getting so many picks, and beyond just Venom cleaning up everything, it might be over for the Villa Park, and that is it. Bosco Tech, 2 minutes and 9 seconds up, with
0,
the point
2,
already captured.
3. Time to switch things up, including which side you're on. You'll need a top-notch team to win this one.
Bosco Tech we see here, you know, probably following up on the same composition here. I feel like Bosco Tech, oh, actually, Nike flip-flops here. Is he going for the Namor? I feel like this is really good to stop those dives. Oh, switching back. Maybe he's deciding whether to play more of that dive or, you know, playing with the team. You see, I love the Frost Tones. He's over here choosing still his character. We've seen him play Luna Snow, but maybe he'll switch up this time. You see a slight change in composition in the Invisible. Sue Storm. Sue Storm here. Bosco Tech was currently running this beforehand, and they had so much value when it came to those ultimates, just to sustain those tanks and keep them up for as long as possible.
Your idealism refreshes a battered old soul.
You can't be that old.
Astral projection makes me feel old.
Yeah, not much starting this pre-game, but you know, we're starting to see those comps in how Bosco Tech and Philip Parker to start the game. We see Nike flip-flops here just sitting down.
5, 4,
He's just hiding,
3,
he's waiting, he's lurking.
2, 1.
This might be, some may say it's just emoting and just like wasting time, but you know what? It might be strategy. Here, I feel like even though he has not the greatest LS, now he can look for one of the supports. Okay, Bosco Tech. Adam not being able to complete anything with that dive. However, he still has the positioning. Maybe as long as any of those other TPS get an early pick on the support, Bosco Tech is home. Say here. See the amazing healing coming out of Sean being forced to go down. Bosco Tech gonna have to play this a little bit far back now because, you know, being down in tank, they can't really hold the choke and the cart as long. And especially a Marvel Rivals, the point or the cart is actually moving by itself without, you know, needing to really be on cart. You know, it enables the teams to play more up and play in that forward up fight. Bosco Tech here though, they're really high on the ult. You know, here comes all the chaos of ults. We see quick dagger ult. Sue Storm ult coming out, another Sue Storm available. I feel like the Villa Park here may have the sustain to end this. Maybe Bosco Tech doesn't get really pick. Bosco Tech getting a pick. Really good. Bosco Tech here, I think they could probably hold this point as long as maybe be a little over ambitious here. Bosco Tech. Even though they are only down one ultimate, but you know, those support ultimates, those are very, very important. And as I say that, Bosco Tech now having to go up 3 ults to 5 ultimates.
Almost there. Don't turn back now.
Tech here, I don't know what they're going to do, but you know what? They have held their time. They have definitely spent as much time as they can possibly. Bosco Tech is that first point.
Keep up the
Dangerous!
How much can you overextend when you're just trying to defend?
I am strengthened.
As long as they don't get caught out by one of these 5 now only 4 Tech, I feel like they can definitely hold the choke super well as long as they don't let any of the dives get on them. Okay, we see flip-flops here, control. He's still involved in the counter, right? Oh, he's still getting value. He's forcing him to push back. You just have to make sure he's getting that pit. Very almost falling off the map there. But you know what? I think flip off. He's just better than that. He won't die here. He's just gonna push them all back to the spawn.
Just in time. Thanks.
You know what? I really like to see that kind of dive composition. Nike flip-flop actually playing on the Overwatch team. He plays a character called Cupid, and you know, it's kind of that similar dive.
Medicine.
I think an ult was coming out here, but I don't know if either an ult got cut off or stuck. See Sean there just getting great value here, just trying to get damage. Presses E, chunks of damage. Sniper, but I have already coming out. Again! Bosco Tech. I don't know. I think it's just a lost fight for Bosco Tech. You know, they'll have to steal back now. I don't know if Hella's not going to make it out here. Moscow Tech, despite losing that, I mean, I feel like they put up a good fight there. You know, points still moving up.
always return.
Could we
Now I
get a
see
stats
them.
check right now?
Emanations of power
So,
here.
oof, wow.
Really
The
overwhelming.
amount of healing right now. We are seeing 28,000 heals in the board. Definitely needed for, especially for Spartans. They really need this heal to die. Okay. Okay, so coming back to the fight, Bosco Tech. Fortunately, we did miss a huge portion of it. Their entire 2 tanks and basically DPS and support down.
Good medicine.
What? No, we didn't see it. I feel like that was a really good play from Bosco Tech just to make sure they kill those 2 tanks. Now, I'm kind of wondering here, is Bosco Tech's priority still on the support, or is it more ensuring these tanks get the value? Ooh, here we see the level control. I may get a pick on the Hella, unless no, the Hella lives. Bosco Tech coming back from that ult. Even though they had the ult advantage, Bosco Tech being able to play their space right and play those angles, being able to kill their entire backline and their tanks.
Get that vehicle moving again!
You're actually starting to see a swap of tanks. You're seeing triple tanks. I've actually never seen this before. We're seeing.
An
I'm
opportunity
actually kind of
for
questioning this
combat.
competition because,
Only 60
you know,
seconds left.
for the Spartans, like, yes, we need to stop, or we need to deny the dive from Bosco Tech, but
That's why they call me Master.
you know what, these are the best picks to do so. You know, Nike Flip-Flop getting in here, he's just getting infinite value. He's just being able to security,
Armed and dangerous.
but armed and dangerous, just to ensure that the team doesn't lose.
Here's this life.
Again.
You know what? I feel like that was a good trick from Bosco Tech, bringing
Get
out
that
an
vehicle
ultimate
moving again! Down to
just for
30
a dive.
seconds! Disappear! Shields up!
Another Emma
Totally on sight. By the
got the
eye.
I have automotive, I have automotive now.
Double
Killing
kill!
everyone.
The final 10 seconds!
10 seconds left, and you know what, Bosco Tech, I feel like they've held this point really, really well. You just gotta make sure nobody lasts. And there you go, Bosco Tech will take the
Final
first
score.
map
1, 2,
on
3.
2099. And now, for anyone who's never been here before, this is a best of 3 game mode, so if Bosco Tech wins this next round, they win the entire game for today. And then if you could pull up the stats real quick. Wow. You know, fortunately we've been denied for half a second to see his stats, but you know what? I actually really want to commemorate, you know, Atomic Logo. He's being able to do 27,000 heals, but also he's getting a bunch of kills here. He almost has as many kills as Nike Flip-Flops. You know, you guys think, when you think of like a support, you think like they're just meant there to heal, but you know what? Atomic Logo proving to us that he could do more than just support. He could get those kills and enable the team to just further play better. I will say the Spartans did have a really good Bucky, you know, despite, you know, having to use, like, in that last bit, an ult. Okay, yeah, okay. But, yeah, you know, I feel like maybe that was a little bit of an overcommit of the ults, as maybe just a little too much, I mean, just to stop one dive. back. Bosco Tech here, winning the first point. And now, the Spartans, Villa Park, are going to be able to choose which map they want to play. Now, it's 20 seconds here, so make it a little bit boring. However, we do know that one thing, they have to play a domination map here. And they're going to be choosing Hydra's base. Hell's Haven. As we load into the game, we're going to start seeing maybe some switch-ups in the composition here. You know, maybe we don't need to play as dependent on the card anymore. We may see like a more emphasis on that dive. I know Nucky Flip-Flop here, as I've said before, just being that perfect dive character. Ooh. Now, this is just the start of the ban phase, but I kind of see some different players. Ooh, Bosco Tech taking the initial ban on Groot. I don't know how good Groot has been, but you know what? Wow, a massive pick from Villa Park. Choosing to ban the magic and deny the flanks. Ooh, but, you know, since they have the priority now, Villa Park choosing to ban the protect the Daredevil. Very important picks here. Bosco Tech choosing to keep the Venom. You know, it's very important for their dive here. Bosco Tech now with the ban, choosing to ban Gambit. Hopefully... Ooh, a Villa Park going straight to banning Hela. No, I basically just see the Villa Park banning every single character that basically dominated the last round. But, you know, maybe it'll come to bite them. Bosco Tech may have something up their sleeve and may just absolutely dominate on this next map. 2 seconds. Villa Park choosing to protect... Wow, Invisible Woman. Even though we see both of them play, I don't really know if maybe they could have saved another character. I don't know. I feel like it's a low likelihood that they were going to ban Invisible Woman, but you know, sometimes people just choose different picks. And you know what? Choosing to pick and save Namor. Wow. I'm wondering if Bosco Tech is no longer going to play kind of that dive composition and move towards, you know, just playing all together, making sure nobody dies. Namor's really going to help in ensuring that. Bosco Tech here with the ban, 8 seconds left. Choosing to ban the Luna Snow, preventing that beautiful ult advantage and the sustain for those tanks and all the other rest of the team. Just run over anyone. Move. Well, we're going to see 15 seconds here. Villa Park choosing their last ban. Maybe they'll ban one of the other characters that was really punishing them. Ooh, Spider-Man. You know, I don't know. Last game they banned Spider-Man. I don't know if it's the way to go.
I'm not judging.
I don't know if Spider-Man's gonna, you know, really have any emphasis on this map. We see here a little bit of a comp change. See Atomic logo, maybe? Oh, nope. Choosing to go as... Oh, he's constantly changing. Oh, choosing to go as Jeff the Landshark, you know, playing that support role. We were seeing him maybe playing that tank or others role, but you know what? He ended up choosing to play support. Actually, going back to Sue Storm, and we're seeing, you know, a very similar comp to last game, albeit with Nike Flip-Flops playing Wolverine now. We'll see, you know, it kind of plays in the same way as Magic, but more, well, the last time I played Wolverine, he was more of that tank buster, getting somebody
30 seconds before you
out
attack.
of the
Get
tank
ready.
fight, and then everyone could collapse on them and kill them.
Lost track of how many times
We
we've done
see on
this
Villa
for
Park's
decades,
side.
Namor.
Cloak and
You have
Dagger
always
and
proven
Invisible
to be
Woman. We're
a
seeing
trusted
two very
ally.
similar supports from last game.
Unless we're counting all the times we've been on
It
opposite
ain't broke,
sides
don't
of the
fix
fight.
it. Play.
Truly, in that case, it's a miracle either of us managed to reach this.
Seeing
Battle
very
starts
similar
in
Namor
5,
picks here, and with the tanks, we see a little bit of difference.
2,
We see kind of
1.
more of that playing
All you
all
need to do is
together with
capture
the
the mission
Magneto
area. Got it?
shield, or we're seeing kind of like a shield.
The Sanctum
Kind of like
Sanctorum is my
Overwatch,
refuge,
back
my
during, I believe,
fortress.
2017, where it was just like the heavy Sigma shield, Sigma Arista shield.
I am strengthened.
I think Malvarado does it a little bit
Have you
different.
summoned
I know
now?
shield do not have a Rex here, just, you know, getting in, doing the things he does, you know, trying to get in, get that damage, get that really
Second mission area is yours to capture now.
here. He's looking maybe for a pick on somebody.
Power beyond sight!
Attack already going down one. See, unfortunately, Namor go down. Maybe that's
Mission area
idea.
is yours.
Also, out of this little
That is
corridor.
much better.
But he didn't connect the flip-flop. Maybe he's gonna look for something here. Won't die into the backline.
I am strengthened.
People apart. Some people getting very low, but not much is happening.
Shields up.
Sean just getting in and out. Gotta make sure he doesn't. Bosco Tech. Supporting characters.
By the eye of
Down here with the Eye
Agamotto.
of Agamotto. This may be a massive
the
ult. Oh
onside.
my, the Eye of Agamotto. Seeing a massive ult here. Bosco Tech still having to push back. Maybe it was just Tech still looking for this. A little bit back. Gotta be careful around these chokes.
You captured more
Especially
than
from
half
that
of the
Daredevil
mission
being
area.
able to
Keep going.
what that magic did.
A little help, please.
Able to do so much more damage.
Good medicine.
Really being forced to this game right
Tandy
now.
needs help.
However, I will say Boston Tech does have a good ult advantage here. If they play their ult right, they will be able to win this team fight. Sean here pulling up, pushing up. Maybe finding
Creatures
something
have risen
to
from
get
the
out
realm below.
outside of the choke. Okay, we see a body. Almost getting the kill on the Daredevil, but just not enough. Ah, that Daredevil. Sean is getting the kill. And here, he's just got to make sure he's back on his side. Really got to play safe here. There's not too many supports here. Only 2 HP. I don't know if the dive was back here. Unfortunately, going down, but let's go attack. Getting that first loss, but you know what? Villa Park. They're playing to their strengths. Playing the Daredevil. You know, how it is. We'll see in this next point. Hopefully Bosco Tech will be able to find a way to get past this choke. Which I see, that seems to be their main issue here right now. One thing to note is that the ults do carry over after every match. Unlike Overwatch where you don't
30
have
seconds
your
before
ults
you attack.
match to
Get
match.
ready.
Right here we see the Villa Park is up to two very
Your
important
idealism
ults.
refreshes a
See kind of
battered
that
old
crowd
soul.
control or like stunning
can't be
ults
that
from
old.
the
Astral projection
More
makes me
and
feel
from
old.
Max Senders with his son. Hopefully Bosco Tech here is just gonna have to play a little bit more careful. Make sure that
The battle starts in 5, 4,
we just
3,
saw
2.
the Villa
1.
Park Doctor Strange
All
pop
you
his
need to do
foot
is capture the mission area.
in
Got
the
it?
spawn room.
Should I
Was
give
that
them until the
necessary?
count of 4 to
I don't
walk
know.
away?
Regardless, Bosco Tech now really only having to deal with one Namor ult, and you know, even though the invisible one, that's more of just
I
a
am
sustain ult,
strengthened
not as
for
much
battle.
as like that main issue with
Creatures have risen from the realm below.
See Sean playing to the usual strengths. Gotta be careful on that backline. That Daredevil, he's really trying to get in on somebody.
Looks like the mission area is yours to
Bosco Tech
capture now.
still a little bit back and keeping forced to check their backline. Bosco Tech will come out. Daredevil getting a kill. Ooh,
An
but
extra force field? Great.
Tech here, they are down one, but
I unleash
they are down one, but
much better.
oh, maybe very important for Villa Park. That's a nice line of sight, and it gives heals to the Park.
Mission area is yours.
And Villa Park is now, I feel like for Boston Tech, they should probably play a little bit back right now. Let it feel a little bit. Maybe just wait a little bit before they start, you know, fighting because, you know, this fight,
Enemy in front of us.
Bosco Tech is definitely up on ults. With these ults, I really think Bosco Tech will enable themselves to just a really hard show. Tech is pushing up. Bosco Tech using all their ults. They still have 3 up. Bosco Tech is able to take out any of their utility items. Villa Park
Power beyond sight.
everything. And you know what? Bosco Tech, they're going to take it. You know what? Spartans may have partially won that, getting 47%.
Even
And they
small
still have
victories
the
are
Eye
worth
of Agamotto,
celebrating.
which even though Sean does have the Eye of Agamotto, he also has to be careful with how he uses it. Make sure not to waste it. Enable himself not to, you know, get stunned. Double Eye of Agamotto. I have had issues with that, where you get double Eye of Agamotto. Let's attack here. Trying to hold his choke. Big concern for Lost Attack here. That's what I going down.
I am stupid.
Players are weak now.
Anyone willing to help?
You know what? Lost Attack still have a really good chance to hold this. They still have the eye box. Let the devil. You know what? Nope. Quick kill on this Daredevil.
By the eye of Agamotto!
Oh, no. This one I have.
By the
Here's the eye of Agamotto. Box attack.
Waypoint.
This is really necessary for Box attack. It seemed as if Box attack was going to be going down in this fight, but no.
Much better.
Sean here, waiting to use his ult, conservative with it. You know, it wins a team fight. Bosco Tech now up, going up 20% and more, as we see. Now, I really like this Mantis pick, just more or less to give the damage boost to the rest of the team, ensuring that, you know, that Daredevil can't flank as well, because then they can do huge chunks of damage. You know, if that Daredevil overextends a little too much, you know, that Daredevil may die, but you know, he's still looking. Bosco Tech, visually aware, but every time Bosco Tech is denied any value.
That's much better.
See here, see Bosco Tech is getting a little bit low, but you know what? No. Bosco Tech is going to pull up your shield, use your tank, block all of that damage coming in from everyone.
An unseen
Seeing a bunch of bolts coming out from everyone. And we see Magneto ult coming out. However, I will say right now,
This is real firepower! Power beyond sight!
Let the devil
gotta be really careful right here. See if the Bosco Tech. Bosco Tech is taking ground. But you know what? We also have to be careful with the Daredevil. Daredevil being able to
by the eye of Agamotto!
Bosco Tech. Seems like they're going to be holding us to level.
By the eye of Agamotto!
Not getting as much value as you may have thought you wanted, but you know what? It still may be enough for right now. Also Tech, still having to fight off these tanks.
An
Supporting
unseen
the backline, they are just enabling these tanks to play on the point. But you know what? Nike flip-flops. Using his ult in the backline, getting a kill, 1 kill. But he's low HP, but you know what? Unfortunately he goes down. Also Tech here, still having a really great stall. Regardless of how long they're stalling here, the value is just immense.
Power beyond sight!
Any percentage here. As long as Sean stays on the point and he has some form of healing, he's able to deny the enemy team from having that extra
Disappear!
if they make a singular mistake in their fight, it will be done for. Denying that Magneto, Sean in and out of the you know what, that ult, massive ult again coming out. You're just seeing just one of the many great things of Marvel Rivals, just that long sustain. With this 6 pieces I have Agamotto coming out, but most of them being blocked by the shield. It's amazing.
This is real firepower!
Another coming out. So many sustain is crazy from
An unseen assist!
anything to make sure their team stays alive. Bosco Tech again. Armed and dangerous. One arm. Here we go, second ult. Not being able to get a pick on them, but you know what? I think that may be it for Villa Park as they deny any more healing for the front, and Bosco Tech taking 1 point. Domination up 1-1. Bosco Tech learning from their first mistakes, playing a little bit more aggro, and you know what? It's been working out for them. Can we get a stats real quick? Can we get stats real quick? Okay, so right now, Bosco Tech, we're seeing
30 seconds
basically a
before you
pretty
attack.
even
Get ready.
distribution. You know, ult support's still getting a bunch of kills. Still no. Bosco Tech, 15 16-3 and 16-4. We're seeing Bosco Tech support being able to enable other teammates to get those kills. And for Villa Park, see, maybe not as many eliminations as they like, but you know what?
The
That
battle
Rocket
starts in
Raccoon, 12
5,
kills, you know what?
4, 3,
That's honest work.
2,
Hard work
1.
coming out there.
All you need to do is capture the mission area.
Bosco Tech here,
Got it?
moving up the point.
I must remember the rest of the Guardians.
This next point,
The
we'll decide
collector
if
must
Bosco
be
Tech or Villa
stopped.
Park takes either match point or we're going to the third round. Bosco Tech looking over here, 9 damage with the shield.
Force first.
You gotta hear maybe that audio cue coming out
Now I
from the
see them.
Daredevil. Maybe he's gotta be really careful for any dive coming out from that Daredevil. Bosco Tech getting that pumped out heal. Ooh, but the ult, this may be one thing for Bosco. Seeing the Mantis ult come out, Bosco Tech being able to sustain through these ults.
By the eye of
Bosco Tech
Agamotto!
denying the Eye of Agamotto. Maybe massive value for Bosco Tech.
By the
Sean
eye
coming
of
in the back,
Agamotto.
getting another Eye of Agamotto, which brings
Beyond
immense
sight.
more value. Bosco Tech getting all those stuns, being able to clean up all the backline. And you know what? Bosco Tech takes the first start of this point.
Capture the mission area.
It's just gonna come up to Bosco Tech to be able to, you know, hold themselves.
Yes. One
You
down.
know what? Since they have this point, I don't think they need to push up as much. Even though, you know what? The ult value and everything, it is significant. We're seeing 2 Magneto ults. We're gonna see both Magneto ults. We're gonna see which one maybe gets a higher value than the other. Rocket Raccoon ult here as well.
Our enemies are near.
Apply that beautiful sustain. Rocket Raccoon here. Ooh, but Bosco Tech is on here. Ooh, amazing kill from
Much better.
Ooh, but being denied by it. Amazing, but ooh, we see amazing ult from Villa Park. Kill shot here. Rexy Rex being able to hold up the team. You know what? Playing it good team. Being able to get that 3 damage on the Houston. Bosco Tech, amazing coordination altogether. I like to see everyone working together, ensuring that. Ooh, but Sean almost getting caught out here. Almost getting trapped on the backside of the map. And this map does shift around as the match goes on. So maybe one area you may think would have people coming out, you know what? They can come out and do like completely different angles. Bosco Tech up here, 75 to nothing. But you know what? Exile. Maybe very important for Bosco Tech. Another Eye of Agamotto from Sean here. Maybe he's gonna get an early pick. Early pick. Very important. Bosco Tech denying any of the support heals. That means they can collapse on the rest of the front line. Bosco Tech here cleaning up the rest of the tanks. And you know what? Bosco Tech? I sound maybe a little bit cocky, but you know what? Bosco Tech here up 96. They have the percentage. They just gotta deny anybody from getting here.
Power beyond
Bosco
sight.
Tech.
Keep
Ooh,
fighting until we have a
I'm
winner.
assuming that is a portal. Yep, portal coming out. Another Eye of Agamotto. Only one person getting caught in it. But you know what? That beautiful shield from Sean being able to deny any more value. We're just seeing ult after ult coming out. Bosco Tech here. A bunch of things are going on. Sean here just trying to sustain himself. Really need to be careful here. They are down 1 support. Sean, with the rest of his team being able to deny any value. Magneto, unfortunately, not able to get any picks. You know what? It's fine for now. But what's this? Ult? Coming out. Bosco Tech, one of their teams are stunned. And Sean here, you know what? It's very smart for him not to use goal here. Despite Villa Park, barely getting the team right now. Bosco Tech, even though they may have
By the eye of
really got to do
Agamotto!
careful and make sure Bosco Tech is Bosco Tech, I love Bosco Tech's ability to stall at this point. Bosco Tech, you know, trying to get some picks. Unfortunately, Nike flip-flop going down. I think for now, Bosco Tech just has to play back a little bit. And we see Villa Park. You know, they're going to be ending up half a point, but for how long is the question. Bosco Tech with the teleport through here, they can all go in and finish maybe the fight a little bit early. No? You know what is a good thing though? They are farming ult extremely fast. Bosco Tech almost have 3 ults, but we're only going to see maybe 1 ult coming out from the Cloak and Dagger. So, I mean, it's completely possible. Bosco Tech can get into the backline and roll over the team of Villa Park. Sean here doing his usual strat. Maybe he's trying to bait out. Nope. He is going full in, getting that beautiful Eye of Agamotto, getting so many kills. The beautiful team, the rest of the team being able to follow up on the Eye of Agamotto and just, you know, immense value coming out here from Bosco Tech. Only one person left on point right now? No, two people left on point. You know, one thing we may have to worry about is that ult, and then negatively that stall is going to come out from the rest of the Villa Park. Oh, Banner!
This is real
fire! Maybe kill that Banner. Banner definitely going to have as much only a little pistol guy. Adam here prioritizing him, getting the kill on him, denying him. Villa Park only has 2 tanks, but you know what? 2 tanks is still on the another Magneto, another Eye of Agamotto. Ooh, Bosco Tech losing some of their supports right now. Bosco Tech, I feel like it's in their best. Maybe play a little bit back on this right now. Now, I believe Bosco Tech here up on ult advantage. They just gotta make sure they don't have any CC that prevents them from touching point. If they can get to an overtime, Bosco Tech really has the ult advantage. And I believe they can win this as long as they just play everything right. Seeing Cloak Dagger come out, just enabling first pick. First pick on one of the supports. Both supports down. Now it's just up to Bosco Tech to be able to clean up the rest of the fight, kill the back line. Bosco Tech now only with the Hulk left. Maybe make sure that he doesn't get into the back line. Bosco Tech right here, right now to end the fight. Armed and dangerous. A little bit excited. Oh, what? Bosco Tech going for the win. Maybe a little bit of a waste of an ult right there. I don't know what Nike Flip Flop was doing there. I don't know, maybe a little bit of a crazy on nothing, but you know what? Bosco Tech ending it off 2-0. We're seeing Sean here, just amazing. He's getting MVP. We're seeing both teams, but I'm going to really give it to Bosco Tech. You know, we're seeing both the supports and Bosco Tech being able to, both the supports and the tanks being able to get those kills and engagements. And you know what? Bosco Tech just, you know, playing to their strengths. I will give it to Villa Park. Their Magneto getting some early kills onto some of our supports. Bosco Tech really could have lost those rounds both times. It was up to, you know, Bosco Tech being able to change up their strats, you know, play a little bit smarter. Maybe don't peek out as often. But Bosco Tech, you know, coming up on top, going 2-0. Yeah, I'd also like to highlight 55,000 damage blocked by Rexy Rex. Absolutely amazing. And you know what? Even though Bosco Tech not getting as many heals, it's still amazing.